Alright, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2. Oh, we in there. Okay, we here. Alright. Alright, so let's try this one more time, man. Somebody motherfucking fucked us up in the first go around. I tried to go ahead and do a show, and either somebody done cut me off or it was Podbean that cut me off. Either one, somebody done cut me off, man. I'm pretty pissed off about it, man. Alright? But not only is it Shakes Tuesday, it's Topic Tuesday. And we're going to talk about some topics here today. Like, who do you blame for this last week's loss against Arizona? Is it Daniel Jones? Is he not a winner? What about Jason Garrett? Did he call the right calls? Did he call the right calls? Did he have a good game plan? Or is it Marcus Golden to be blamed? In my conspiracy theory that he knew these offensive linemen. He knew their tendencies and nuances that let him have an advantage over these guys. And it seemed like he told his friends. 5 sacks for Hassan Reddick. Was it that? What was it? What do you blame it on? What do you blame last week's loss on? I want to know from your side of view, from your point of view. What do you think it was? Because to me, I believe it's that conspiracy theory of Marcus Golden. But not only that, I believe it's also Daniel Jones. He just doesn't have it. He's not that guy. He's not a winner, y'all. But it's hard to say that and really stamp that on him off of this game when he ain't have no time back there whatsoever. So topic Tuesday, the topic being, what do you blame this loss on? But not only is it topic Tuesday, like I say all the time, it Shakes Tuesday. And of course, I want to know that answer to the topic, but also an instant classic yesterday happened, and if you didn't catch it, you lost. Because this was a great game, especially if you loved offense. Especially if you love a game that goes down to the wire. These two teams played their hearts out. Just so happens they happen to be our next two opponents. But we are a different team than both of them. But that's getting beyond what my point of this was that I came on last week and some of you folks was being disrespectful to Cleveland fans. Nacho in a box with cheese. All you do is being disrespectful to my Baltimore Ravens team. And what I told y'all was that the Ravens was gonna be in the playoffs. They gonna run the table here on out. And I told y'all that the Dolphins was gonna be in. But when I did the numbers and I did the math and I scoopity scoop scop 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 scoop scop scoop it all up, I looked at the tiebreaker and all that whatnot. Even if they do both end up 10-6, them both being the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns, if they do both end up 10-6, then Cleveland will have the tiebreaker off a conference record. So in that case, in that order, in that scenario, Cleveland will be in instead of Miami. Okay, but I'm telling y'all this though. Baltimore's running the table here. And it started off with Cleveland. And I told the Clevelanders that called up here that they was gonna go down. And then they're gonna go down again to us. And they're gonna win one of the last two. And that's all they probably really gonna need to get into the playoffs. But other than that, man, we got First and Goal entering the live studio. We got SRBPN9 entering the live studio. Welcome. It's Shakes Tuesday. And First and Goal says Cleveland should have won last night. Should have, could have, but didn't. The Ravens did. That's right. The Ravens did. Shout outs to Baltimore. And Lamar Jackson showed why I'm telling y'all, man, when things are on the line, when the season is on the line, when it's time to be clutch, he's going to come through. Now, I don't know about the playoffs. Playoffs is a whole different monster for Lamar Jackson. I believe he's going to eventually get that monkey off his back. I'm not sure if it's this year or not. But he's going to eventually get that monkey off his back with this playoff shit. And I'm telling y'all, he will be in the playoffs this upcoming playoffs. And I can't wait to see all this and how it all come to fruition. And how I told these these haters, these doubters of mine, when these things come to fruition, I need y'all to come back on the show and give me my props. That's all I want. I don't want y'all to be like, oh, yeah, I forgot you said that. No, ain't no, I forgot nothing. I need y'all to remember what the boy said. So when the boy comes out here and pats himself on the back, because people don't like to pat me on the back, but pats himself on the back, I don't want to hear no other shit. Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I mean, oh, you ain't say that. Oh, yeah, I mean, no, I don't want none of that. I want people to come on this airwaves and say, damn, you were right again. And you don't even gotta add the again, but just say you right. You were right. That's all I ever want. That's all I need. All right, we got Yabow Johnson. Yabow Johnson 29 entering the live studio. I don't even know how to pronounce that shit. Oh, your boy. Your boy. Is that right? I think that's your boy Johnson. I think that's how he wants to say it. But shout outs to you, man, entering the live studio. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of y'all that definitely joined up into these airwaves. My homeboys should be here any minute now, but you can't get no good help these days. Can't get no good help these days. You can't do it. Anyway, so with that being said, I tooted my own horn. I asked the topic. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, also in the topic question, do you blame it on the Daniel Jones injury? Because I see a lot of articles out there, and I see it. They like, oh man, he shouldn't have played. Well, I said this 2 weeks ago that he should have motherfucking missed 2 games, man. Put the bubble wrap on him. Put the bubble wrap. No, nobody want to listen to me. No, Shakes, he gonna be back. He gonna be back this game. He gonna be back this game. And then he was out the one game, and y'all accepted it. But then this week came up, and y'all like, no, he's definitely playing. He's definitely playing. He going out there. He wilding himself out, hobbling and all types of good shit. And it looks like he just can't move out there and all that shit. So do y'all blame it on that? Do y'all blame it on him not being ready to come back off of this injury? What do you account this loss to? I need to know. We got Papa J. Papa J entering the live studio. Shout outs to Papa J. We also got Dan, Cam, and Kelly. Shout outs to Dan, Cam, and Kelly. Entering the live studio, man. Appreciate you, brother, joining us today on Shakes Tuuuueesday. And the topic, of course, is what do you account this loss to? What do you blame this loss on? Is it the coaches? Is it Garrett? Is it Daniel Jones' injury? Is it Daniel Jones just not being a winner? Is it the Marcus Golden? Is it the Marcus Golden theory? What do y'all account this loss to? We got Dan Cam saying it's the coaches. Anyone in particular or just all of them? Also, First and Goal also agrees and said it's the coaches. Dan Cam backs it up and says Patty Graham. Oh, Patty Graham is who he accounts this loss to. But he says he loves him though. Understand? I don't know how Patty Graham got to do with these damn turnovers, but we'll talk about that. First and Goal says Daniel Jones came back too quickly. It's also another factor in the why we got our ass beat by Arizona. All right. Shout out to First and Goal and Dan Cam answering the topic of today. Where the fuck is E, the chosen one from the Bronx, sitting here texting me and shit, but not on the damn show? See, this is what I'm talking about. People don't come to work. People don't come to work on time. I'm going to find him. I'm going to find all of them. They all going to get fines. Y'all will get it in the mail. But back to what I was saying. We will talk more about the topic of the day. But Daniel Jones and these turnovers. Because it puts us in a hole, man. It puts us in the hole. And it's the reason why. Do I think McCoy has more talent than Daniel Jones? No. Do I think he has more arm strength than Daniel Jones? No. Do I think he's a better athlete than Daniel Jones? No. But why? Why would I rather have McCoy in the game than Daniel Jones? And this is going back from, of course, beginning of the season. And I came around to saying, he gives Daniel Jones gives us the best shot to win and all that. But what don't give us the best shot to win is these goddamn turnovers every fucking week, bro. Now you went maybe 3, 4 weeks without a turnover, still almost turnovers, fumble, but I get it back. Things of that nature, and we win, we win. And then McCoy, he comes in and he tosses one turnover, right? Gives a turnover, but it didn't hurt us, and we move on and we win the game. But Daniel Jones seems to put us in a position all the time to lose the game with his turnover. This is the shit that I cannot stand. This is the shit that I blame him for. This is the shit that I sit there and say, he's not the guy, y'all. I don't know why y'all trying to motherfucking force a round peg in a square hole. Or a square peg in a round hole. However that saying goes, y'all doing it. We don't have nobody else though, right? So we gotta go ahead and deal with this shit. But this is something that the reason why I bring this up all the time is something that we have to really sit here and consider and think about moving forward into the future. Is he the guy? Will he give us a chip or no? And I don't see it, y'all. I don't see it. But again, call on in, chime on in. Let me know how y'all feeling about this loss and what do y'all feel was the reason for this loss. Dan Cam says everyone gets some blame, but 70% of the 70% to it goes to the coaches. Not looking good. Nacho in the Box with Cheese has also entered the live studio. Shouts to Nacho in the Box with Cheese. Hit the button. Look, why is these dudes texting and not getting in the goddamn thing? Okay. So shout outs to LRP. He was texting saying won't be able to join tonight, but he'll be there tomorrow. Shout outs to LRP all the way in Houston. We understand, bro. We understand. And alright. We got Nacho in the Box with Cheese joining me. What's going on, bro? Muted. Yeah, figured that. Alright, so shout outs to Nacho in the Box with Cheese Hill. Join on in. Okay, no problem. Join on in a minute or two. Take your time. It's all good. It's all good. So while I wait for the rest of the folks to go ahead and come on these airways and answer what they account this loss to, talking about some other news and topics going on in sports. Giannis, the Greek freak, said, fuck it. Give me the money. Give me the money. And Milwaukee said, okay. And they gave him the money. 5 years. 230, 20, 30. It doesn't matter, bro. You're fucking rich. 220 something, 30 something $1,000,000. 5-year contract. What the fuck? So the boy got the bag. The boy got the bag. Shout outs to him and his talents. He will be there in Milwaukee for some years to come. And that's all good. That is all well and dandy. I wanted to see him try to go to Miami and play with Bam. Oh, Bam Bam. But, cause I believe they best friends or some shit like that. But whatever, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter. Alright? Because my Brooklyn Nets. My Brooklyn Nets. I'm saying my Brooklyn Nets are looking good. Alright? Motherfucking Kyrie Irving going the fuck off in preseason game. I think he dropped 26 in limited minutes. Alright? KD back on the court doing dunks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Looking good. Pause. But he's looking good out there. All healthy and whatnot. So, and then they blew the motherfuckers out, by the way. So, I told y'all, already predicted it already. Ain't even see a preseason game like either chosen one from the Bronx had pointed out. So you just gonna say that the Nets and the Lakers gonna be in the finals? I ain't even see a game yet, huh? Pretty damn much. I ain't stutter. This is exactly what my response was, and I ain't stutter. I believe that these two teams will be dominant. Of course, they will have other teams that's in the picture, but when it's all said and done, when the dust all is clear, I'm gonna have a New York versus Cali NBA Finals, a LA Lakers versus Brooklyn Nets NBA Finals. I'm also interested in seeing what goes on with the Knicks, what goes on with my Heat. Phoenix out there, making their moves and looking like they trying to contend with some shit. Portland and who else am missing? All these excited teams, all these exciting teams, all these exciting rookies that we're going to be able to see. Um, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting season. Will Harden get traded? Where would he go? Would he go to either one of my teams? Brooklyn? Miami? Anyone? Maybe Philly? Hmm? Which one? Which one will he go to? We will see. But all in all, man, um, gives me the time to point out and let everybody know that we are having a NBA basketball fantasy season We are doing that. And if you want to get in on this, I need you to email me. Email me at shakes. That is shakes. SHAKES 30. That's shakes 30 1984 at gmail.com. Email me again at shakes 30 1984 at gmail.com. Email me. I think we got 2 or 3 slots left. Get up in this thing. We'll have 12 teams in this motherfucker, and we can get it on. Pause. But yeah, I'll get you up in the league, and we're gonna have a fantasy draft on Friday, the 18th, right while we're on air at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock p.m. We will be on air while we are drafting and doing our thing on the NBA tip. We get to talk about it. We get to talk about the draft on air. May even finish the damn show out, or you know, still doing our thing and drafting, and that will be on East Out Friday, where he do the NBA shit, where he talks about the NBA shit, where he tell people, all right, wait until East Out Friday, we get to talk about the NBA. Well, we gonna talk about it because we gonna have a whole fantasy draft this East Out Friday. So join us, talk shit, chop it up with your boys, and let's talk shit all season long. Also, shout outs to J Rock. I don't usually I don't like texting or saying nothing until I get on air so the world can know and the world can hear me say congratulations on eliminating your boy, me, in the Shakedown League 2. I am out, but I'm already a champion in that league. It hurts, but it doesn't sting. Or it stings, but it doesn't hurt. Much better. But I'll be back next year. Things will be better. I promise y'all. But shout outs to me for making the playoffs again in the in 3 of the 4 shakedown leagues and 6 out of the 8 fantasy leagues that I'm in or was playing this year. I got eliminated in League 2. I also got eliminated in 2 of the 3 in 2 other 3 leagues that I was in on the Yahoo. So I'm basically only in 3 playoffs. I'm still in League 1 playoffs. Shout outs to in League 1. Shout outs to E, the chosen one from the Bronx. I believe I gotta face E, the chosen one from the Bronx in League 1. Him taking down Big TD comedian. He like Big TD. But he took it down. So shout outs to E, the chosen one from the Bronx, for taking it out and taking it down. Putting it away. And then shout outs to Nacho for taking out Rody in League 1 and He go on to face J Rock, I believe. That's all in League One. In League Two, like I said, shout out to J Rock. And I can't remember. We'll do that on Fantasy Thursday. But shout outs to all y'all. Shout outs to LRP for taking out Black Freezy. Putting Black Freezy out. The rookie. He got taken down by the rookie. And that's in League 3. And he will face me. And he will face me in the why was you calling? You know I'm doing the show. What is you doing, bro? I don't know what's going on with him. Either he can I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, um, shout outs to LLP has to face me in League 3. And, you know, it's kinda called this one out, didn't I? Kinda predicted this shit. When he faced me the first time, he's like, yeah, man, I just want to get one victory off you. And he won. He beat me. And then I was like, all right, man, well, you're in my division, I'll get you later. You know what I'm saying? But then he faced me again in another league. And he beat me in that one. And I wasn't ready this time. I'm like, man, I had the COVIDs and all types of shit going on. So I'm like, damn, man, you locked up on this one. But I'm telling you, man, when it counts, when it matters, I'm going to beat that ass. And it happened when I faced him again in week 12, week 13, something like that. No, week 12. And I beat that ass. Pause. But in doing so, I also said when it counts and when it matters, I'm gonna eliminate you. I'm gonna toss you out. And so now I get the chance to back up my motherfucking words. And y'all all know I likes to back up my words. I likes to call things out. Say, yo, this is what's gonna happen, and then it happens. That's what I'm trying to do. Bro, we on the fuck. This dude is I don't know, bro. He acts like he smokes or something. I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe it's the champagne. Maybe it's the kids. I don't know. But something fries his brain on some shit. Anyway, right? So um where was I? Uh yeah. So he tosses out Black Freezy. He faces me and I kinda predicted this shit. And now we get to see. And I'm happy. I'm happy that it went this way, that we get to have this opportunity for either one of us to have these bragging rights for a whole year. A whole year. You know, you get to have these bragging rights like, man, I done tossed you out. I took you out, man. I put you down. I put you down. I tossed you down. Oh, man. Pause. Pause like a motherfucker. But yeah, I took you out. You know what I'm saying? So this is good. This is great. Um, Either way though, I was going to either face him or Black Freezy, and either one of these guys, I would love to have like go ahead and eliminate it, so I get hopefully what I want. I just gotta play everything smart and right, and hopefully I'll come out with these victories, and I can talk my shit for a whole nother year. All right. So other than that, hopefully we got LRP into the the basketball league. He said he was gonna join. I haven't checked if he did it or not, but I will put the pressure on him if he didn't. So he will be in it this year. Either Chosen from the Bronx will be in it this year. I will be in it, of course. Black Freezy will be in it. J Brock should be in it. Um, we got Dan Cam will be in it. Uh, maybe Nacho should get up in this, right? We can get Nacho up in this and all that good shit. Why you don't never want to fuck with the basketball fantasy, Nacho, man? What's going on, man? Come on, man. I know you don't watch it like that, but come on, man. Come on. I tried to get you last year and you weren't with it. And I didn't put the pressure on you. Pause. I didn't put the pressure, but I'm putting the pressure now. Because it was fun last year, man. It was really, really fun. It was fun, man. Should try it with us, man. Pause. But you should try it. Should try it, man. It was really fun. And so I want to get as many people as possible. I want to get at least 12 in this league so we can really get something going on here. But I mean, right now I think we should have enough for teams to get up in there. I think it should be like 10 or something like that, or close to 10, and we got like one slot left. I don't know, some shit like that. But either way, we're gonna be good. We should be good. I'm trying to have this shit be real serious this year, like real serious. So again, you trying to get into this fantasy league, please email me at shakes301984 at gmail.com. Also, we will be doing the draft on Friday, the 18th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, which means we will be on air during the fantasy draft, basketball fantasy draft, which should be fun. It should be real fun on East Style Friday, where we talk mostly about basketball anyway. So please join us on the show on East Style Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, we will be talking about this fantasy draft that we will be having on that day. So please join us, man. Join us. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know you want to. You know you want to. Um, Shouts to E, the chosen one from the Bronx, finally entering the live studio. I don't know what the hell wrong with him. I don't know how many times I had to tell him we own, but we own. And E, the chosen one says the pain from watching both teams score has scared the shit out of me. I just we'll see, bro. Like I said, I think we got Cleveland, but I think Baltimore got us, right? Said Jones has to play now. McCoy is dead. I don't know, man. Well, hopefully your boy is a winner. That's what I know. Hopefully your boy is a winner, man. But what else was I gonna say? What was I about to say before I was being rudely interrupted by my loud ass goddamn family and shit? Shit sounding like E the Chosen One background and shit for a minute, man. Got the kids bouncing around and all types of shit, man. I don't know what's going on. See that shit? See that shit right there, yo. Just loud ass nephew. Gotta be yelling all through the motherfucker like crazy. So it's just a madhouse. Just a madhouse. But god damn. Alright, sorry, I had to tell him shut the fuck up, man. Anyway, back to what I was saying though. We in there, man. Damn, bro. I forgot my whole train of thought, man. Forgot my whole train of thought right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the chat and see what they saying. Yeah, he said Jones had to play now. McCoy is dead. Call Adrian Pearson. Got that thing, bro. Or get that thing, bro. Either chose one from the Bronx. Said get them dead antlers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get this boy back in action, man. Something. Get a boy something, man, cause he ain't look himself. He ain't look like himself in this last game. Dan Cam says this commercial break is brought to you by Word up, bro. I had to motherfucking go ahead and wow these motherfuckers the fuck out, man. Like, god damn, bro. That's right. Can of whoopberries. Yes, you already know, bro. Get yours today. Damn right. Shout outs to Damn Cam. Damn, my boy Nacho in the box had dropped off and shit. And shout outs to Nacho in the box with cheese. He said he was only gonna be a minute. That minute took 15, 20. But I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at nobody. Shout outs to Nacho in the box with cheese entering the live studio again. He's back. Welcome back. Call in with your long minute ass. Somebody need to come on here and save me. Save me, cause I need to smoke a blunt. I think I'll be doing a whole hour. Ain't nobody calling in. And then I got my motherfucking family in the background. First and goal, if he wouldn't have been dominated like that, it would be we would be having a different convo. Yeah, slow down on that. But, let's say he died on Sunday. Yo, you wildin', bro. But, you wildin', bro. Got either chosen one from the Bronx joining us in this live studio. Shout outs to either chose one from the Bronx on the call. What's going
On Sunday.
on?
There's no way to slice it, fam. There's no way to put it.
Why are you
There's
scared,
no
bro?
way to beat around the bush.
I don't understand,
Pause.
bro. Like,
Listen,
mm,
I'm keeping it 1,000. Fear is nothing but fear itself. And what I seen last night, the Cleveland Browns are not doo-doo, baby. It's going to be some shit. We got the primetime game too. They Funk Master flexed us just so the world could see this. Why? Why?
I don't understand you, bro.
It's happening. It's
First of
happening.
all, you know what I'm saying. First of all,
It's
you sat
happening.
here, came on these airwaves 4 weeks ago, talking about, yo, we're gonna win 6 straight. Remember I said this shit 3, 4 years ago when I first started calling it. And what was it that you said? Oh man, you get the fuck out of here. Ain't no 6 straight. Well, I'm saying it again. 6 straight. That's what I'm saying.
with our
Sipping the
quarterback,
blue
right?
Kool-Aid. Sipping the blue Kool-Aid. All right. Now, now it's. Be honest with you, man. We ain't got nothing for that. Man, fuck Cleveland.
Well, I
We
ain't
gonna
say
whip
none of that,
their ass.
fam. You went a little
We
too
gonna whip
far.
their ass. I am not afraid of no fucking Cleveland. They look good. Yeah, and I've been saying that. I said Baker Mayfield seems like it just started clicking, especially right after Odell Beckham Jr. was gone, which is ironic. But yes, it's starting to click for him, and he's doing a very good job. But don't get it twisted like they some world beaters now. Like you want to crown them now because
Nah.
they went toe to toe with their division rival. Oh, because they look good on prime time.
Let me say this, brother. I don't know if you've been paying attention or not to the points, right? That Cleveland scored. The two times they really got their asses twisted is with defenses that was top five. So therefore, they didn't score them points. Look at the scoring that they got. I don't care about our defense. We know what that's about. I care about us scoring. So once again, when I came on these airwaves,
Mm-hmm.
I discussed this their scoring. Seeing all of them points that both teams are scoring pisses me off. Let's get this straight. There is no fear but fear itself. I fear that we're not going to score as much as them. That's my fear. And we can take that all the way to the bank. Cash the check. And if it's a couple dollars extra, we could donate that to whatever charity they got on the side of the window when you go get whatever you need out of the bank. We need to score. I don't want to talk about defense. We have to score. We have to score. The game is not going to end 3-zip. We got to
Well,
score.
you know, I'm gonna say this. I'm not the most. I'm not the biggest Daniel Jones fan. Okay, but here's the thing. I feel like that Arizona was a bump in the road. I feel like, and you can let me know if I'm breaking up here because my connection saying poor.
No, you good.
I'm
You
not sure
good.
how you hear
You
me.
good. The world is listening. The world is listening. You good.
Okay, good. Now it's back to excellent. All right, now anyway, but I think Arizona was a bump in the road, a hiccup. Maybe we did rush Daniel Jones back. I happen to say that he needed 2 weeks. Y'all said he's ready now, regardless of the fact. I'm not going to do that right now, even though I can. But forget all that. This is not Arizona that we're facing. This is not Arizona's defense. This is Cleveland's defense. And regardless of the fact that you want to go ahead and say, okay, it was Baltimore or whatever the case may be. But these teams were moving up and down. So their defense ain't that damn scary. So to me, I feel like they susceptible for us to put a 35-40 burger up on their ass. I think we can. If Daniel Jones plays a great game and mistake-free ball, and we don't really have to depend on Daniel Jones, then I feel we can put the 40 burger on them. At least get close to the 40 burger. I'm not afraid of this defense at all. I feel it's very susceptible. It's like I felt Seattle's defense was very susceptible. I'm not afraid of these motherfuckers. I was a little afraid of Arizona just because of unknown. Arizona's still trying to figure it out themselves and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? They T-bars right now. They ain't afraid to touch themselves. But Cleveland knows exactly who the fuck they are. And what happens? Yeah, they know who they are now. But so do we. We know exactly who they are. We're going to beat Cleveland. Oh, we're going to beat Cleveland. I ain't afraid of them at all.
Again,
Now that I
this is
got
not
you,
about anything else
go ahead.
except scoring. I'm going to tell you right now. Jason Garrett calls a game. How he did the previous games when we were winning, when I believe we could have won 6 in a row, I got no issues. I'm sticking with my conversation. Nobody expected our quarterback to be hurt. Yeah, it happened. It's over with. Jason Garrett does anything. One thing, just one. It doesn't matter. Not 2, not 3. If Jason Garrett does one thing the same way against Cleveland that we did against Arizona, and we will lose the game just because of it. Them punk ass before the sticks plays is not working out there. It's not working out there. They got good cover. They got good cornerbacks. It's not working out there. You see how Mayfield did what he did? I mean, what Jackson did what he did, and how they ran through them? That was running quarterback, 2 touchdowns, running game. Gus Edwards, 2 touchdowns. That accounts for 28 points right there between 2 players. We have to have that type of sample size game, whether we spread it around or whatever the case may be. 28 points wins us this game. Anything less, Jason Garrett, it's on you. We have seen it all year. We know what it is. We've seen what we went through that stretch of losing. We couldn't call a play. We couldn't execute a play. We went through 4 running backs this year. Okay? 28 points wins us the game. I do not have to go no further than that. I will not go no further than that. The proof is in everything that we need to see. That's it. 28, we win. Anything less, Jason Garrett fucks it up. Bottom line.
So, I know I don't really have to ask you this. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know you pretty much expressed it while we were watching the game for the little bit of time that I did watch the game with y'all. But
Right, because you broke out on
what
a
do
brother.
you account?
You broke out on a brother. Let's talk about your frustrations taking place in the Polar Express starting for you. But we'll get into that later.
Well, everything, I guess that's God, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of things going on my phone, all types of junk, man. I'm just like, just frustrated, and yeah, whatever. And then by the time then, like the game was pretty much over, and you ain't gonna hear from me after that. It's a done deal. So, that's that. But yeah, what do you account this loss to? What was the main reason why we took this L?
It's really simple. We was on the phone. The fans didn't get a chance to hear my response in this conversation, and I'm happy you asked me. Through most of the game, and you can attest to this, I was calling out what we needed to do. It was nothing that we could have done on the offensive end because of what they were doing on the defensive end. And you said something during the game, and you was like, yo, man, Marcus Golden must have tipped them off or whatever the case may be. Now, I get that there's a player that's going to, you know, be able to give insight on what's going on. That's understandable. But the adjustments, we made none of. So to me, the biggest part and the reason why we lost is because without adjustments, there's no effort. You don't put your team in position to win. You don't allow them or give them a chance through encouraging them to want them to try to even fight a battle back. If you look in the third quarter, when we were down 20-6, I'm 7 at that point, right? We were still trying to run the ball. At that point, you don't even run the ball. You're not establishing anything. They got 5 sacks at this point. You go ahead and throw the ball. You let Daniel show he can throw the ball. He was successful when he did it. He started the game off with a 13-yard completion, straight out the gut. They did nothing to win this game. 70% of this game was on the coaches. 30% was on Daniel Jones. Even the play calling, the man admitted it in the comment. And I'm sorry, excuse me, his presser. I thought he was going to say, no, I changed that play for 3rd and 1. That was a momentum play. We had a momentum drive. And Jason Garrett calls a one-on-one pass down the sideline when Wayne Gallman just gouged them for 9 yards on 2nd down. Things like that are the reasons why we can't get over other things like Dion Lewis or a shanked punt. So play calling to me and coaching lost this game. We were out coached and we were out physicaled, and there was nothing to give our boys anything to look forward to. So they gave up early, and that was the end of it.
The end. Damn, that seemed like a whole bedtime story that you just told me, man. I feel sleepy and shit. Like, I feel all sad. Like, damn. And then it makes it all worse, man. Like, fucking dumbass San Francisco 49ers. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Like, y'all come out and, damn, I mean, oh, y'all come out and whip our ass with the moxing and shit. But y'all motherfucking take the L's to Washington, though? Come on, man.
Let me
When
say something
Washington
to
got
you, brother.
Seattle this week,
Hold
though?
on. Hold on. What you may not understand is this. That man is hurt again. Dwayne Haskins will be starting this week. That man hurt again.
Mm, 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 mm. Oh, they done
Alex
done there.
Smith is hurt again.
Oh, they done done there. My thing is, my thing is, don't they got Seattle?
Yes.
They got Seattle coming up, right?
Yeah.
And they mad at them. They mad because they ain't trying to take no more L's to no NFC East team. So they gonna get the best out of Seattle. We just gotta take this Cleveland game, bro. We gotta take this Cleveland game, bro. It's a must that we win 2 of the last 3. It's a must, bro. If we want to go to the playoffs. And then you know what's so crazy? Is that if the season ended today, we would still we would have the number 10 overall pick right now. We're still in the top 10 now. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? it has you like on the fence, like, all right, what should we do? Yeah, like, let's win. You know what I'm saying? But then you're like, shit, we ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we ain't ready. Let's lose. Nah, we got a shot. Let's win. It's like I'm bipolar with my allegiance. Like, I don't know what the heck to root for. And I read it. I ain't gonna read it on air, but I got you. But yeah, it's just like being a bipolar ass motherfucking fan here, man. I just don't know which way to go. Like, do we motherfucking lose and get these high draft picks? Get us a quarterback and shit? Or do we motherfucking try to win this damn division? Go on to the players, try to get us a chip here. I believe we try to get us a chip, man, because if you're in that position, then you gotta go ahead and go for the gusto. You gotta go win. Not so funny with that one. Um, Either chosen from the Bronx says he's gonna put the kids to bed. Nacho responded from that, say tell Daniel Jones and Wayne Gallman. He said good night. Y'all get it? Okay, I don't even want to explain it if you didn't get it. Went over your head, then that's on you. Alright. Either chose one from the Bronx said Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones will be the quarterback of 2021. Is what he said. Okay, well, that's that. I'm definitely ending this episode at 10. So we got about like 30 minutes left. And so we gonna talk about whatever fuck we want to talk about, why we want to talk about it, why we got it, why we here, why we here. Fuck man. I don't even know, man, cause like I talked about everything. I talked about Giants. I talked about basketball. I talked about the Ravens and all that good shit. I don't know what else. I don't know what else. Only got either chosen from the Bronx and a couple of my fellas in the chat to answer the topic of the day. What do y'all blame this loss on? But I guess we can talk about motherfucking who we got next in Cleveland. And I'm not saying that it's gonna be easy, but I believe we're gonna pull out this dub. And if we don't pull this dub out, then I might want to just go ahead and tank and just get this top overall pick. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe we need to win 2 of this last 3. And beating Baltimore and Dallas will be tough. Real tough. I mean, not so much with Dallas, but to ask of us to win 2 straight and still not even know if we would win a division or not, even if we did 1-2 straight, is kind of discouraging. That's why I want to sit here and I want to win I want to beat Cleveland. I want Seattle to beat Washington. I don't know who Philly got, but I want Philly to lose too. Cause I don't want them to creep back up in no shit. They motherfucking Jalen Hurts and all types of shit, man. And I knew that shit was gonna happen too. Um, not with Hurts and his career and all that. Cause I know E like, what? No, I told you about this boy. Yeah, I heard you. But what I mean is by like when they drafted him, and I was like, whoa, that's a shock. I knew it was something up with this Wentz shit. Like they not 100% sold and secure with Wentz, in which I said when they drafted him, I'm not secure with Wentz. I think he's injury prone, and I'm not really sold that he's that talented anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, eventually, he's gonna take that boy job. He's gonna take that boy job. Cause really, if motherfucking Nick Foles was a true quarterback, he would have took Wentz's job. But nah, he's a backup quarterback, like I told you before. And they went with the ball, which was a mistake. With just drafting the ball. Drafting the ball was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, your boy Wentz is done. Looks like they're gonna hand over the reins to Hurts, but it's gonna take um it's gonna take Hurts a while, bro. It's gonna take him a season or two. So I think next year Philly is gonna be doo doo. They're gonna be doo doo, baby. But Hurts gonna be good though. He going he ain't gonna be better than my son Tua, but he gonna be good. So and Tua gonna make that playoffs next year. He should make it this year, but like I said earlier, I came to the conclusion of I believe they probably both will end up 10-6, Miami and Cleveland, and I believe Cleveland has the tiebreaker over Miami. So in that case, in that scenario, Cleveland would get in over Miami. But if Miami ends up with a better record than Cleveland, then me might be right about that prediction. But I know damn sure my prediction about Baltimore running the table is gonna come to fruition and we're gonna be in the playoffs. Like I told y'all being disrespectful to my team. But we're gonna be in there. We're going to the party. I don't know if we're gonna dance, but we're going to the party. We got Nacho in the box with cheese. What's going on, Nacho?
What's going on, player?
And tell me you still muted, bro.
No, I'm good. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right, cool. Oh yeah, I was talking low when I first got on. So let's see here. Topic of the day was who to blame. I mean, can harp on it, but I just state the obvious. I think it's the halftime adjustment at the Cincinnati Bengals game. You go into a heavy set personnel on the offensive line. You rank off a couple good wins there, and then against the Cardinals, you decide not to. I did bring up the fact that yesterday you got to be able to let these guys make adjustments on the line, but if the wrong personnel is in there, I don't know how much adjusting you can do if you're just matched up in the wrong way. So I'm going to have to go with most of the panel and put it on the coaching staff. And again, a lot of people would think that would mean it was play calling and this and that. Again, I'm not going to go too much into that. I believe when you talk about play calling, that's a 50-50 dive between both the players and the coaches. But again, if you put the wrong personnel out there, it's hard to make the right play no matter what play is called. So I'm going to go ahead uh, in a long-winded explanation, agree with mostly everyone in the panel on the chat and everything, and put this on the coaching staff. Now, if this was a test to see if you could still win by not using that personnel or whatever, I don't know how much of a great idea that might be. And then when you see it's not working, why you wouldn't go back to that. But those are longer discussions for other days. Um, so yeah, I'll just end it at that. Moving forward, um, I heard E say 28 points. The only time you put up over 28 points this year was in a shootout in Dallas, and you lost. So I don't know how much it's going to be. Putting up the points is going to necessarily. I know those are expectations, but I just don't know how much that's going to be to fruition. Um, let's not forget it took the reigning MVP and a very talented offense. Um, One final drive and probably the most automatic best kicker in all of football to beat the Cleveland Browns last night. So uh, again, it's not as if it's an easy task to go put up 28. I know no one's saying that, but it's just going to be tough. And like I said, especially with a team that hasn't done it all year, and the only time they did, it looked like I such a long time ago at that Cowboys game. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe that was a back and forth game. I just don't know how this defense is going to put up with being able to, on and off the field in such, and in such little time. So I don't think it's a good look this week coming up. But obviously I'm leaning towards the Browns right now at this moment. I'll give my substantial pick later in the later shows this week, but it's not looking good. I know you lose a lot of the potential of a turnover when you go from Daniel Jones to Cole McCoy, but I do believe you lose a lot of down the field presence, and if there is if Jason Garrett is going to decide to grow some balls and throw the ball down the field, you lose that ability when you move to Cole McCoy. So it's what is that a 2020 whatever. It's just some catch 22. It's just one of those things where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Does that fall back onto the GM not getting a substantial backup quarterback that can come in? A la E screaming, I'm sure in the chat I can't see, but Nick Foles. Is that something? They could have brought in a guy who could take over for just a couple games if need be. And I'm not saying that Cole McCoy hasn't done a great enough job, but the way this hamstring looks, the way that they're mishandling of it, you can't expect them to start handling it correctly. So looks like this may be something that lingers for the end of the year, and you may have to call on Cole McCoy, say week 17 against a team that already beat you in a shootout in Dallas. So again, albeit without Dak Prescott and a totally new look offense, so to speak, but. It's just not looking too good for the New York Giants like it did, let's say, a week ago, when it looked like the offensive, mindset was, let's go heavy, let's run the ball, and let's see if our defense can sustain some more 3-and-outs, which they were able to do. At the last week they were against one of the top-notch talented Russell Wilson, and then you run up against the buzzsaw in Arizona, a team that knew they couldn't take you lightly, a team that knew that they needed that victory to get back into the NFC playoff race, and just it looked again. I said it earlier yesterday. I'll say it again. It looked like the Giants put everything into the Seahawks, and Arizona was ready. That's all it looked like. It just didn't. It was just one of those games. Like you put everything in the last week, and you came into the game and you tried, and then of course the coaching staff didn't help by putting in the wrong personnel and making the wrong decisions on that end. So, can the coaching staff get out of its own way like we discussed yesterday? Who knows? And then to your opponent this week in Cleveland, they're down 14, Baker doesn't look good. Chubb and Hunt still look like Chubb and Hunt, and then boom. I don't know if Baker decided to put his big boy pants on or if he drank some Michael juice, but he came out and he started playing well. It looked like a different team. And when I say a different team, I don't mean what it did, scoring only, 14 in the second half and then getting up to 42 or 14 in the first half and getting up to 42 in the second half. This is a different team. The way they handled adversity, the way they handled the after the game pressers, the way they handled walking off the field in a loss. Cleveland just doesn't seem like, that's the same old Cleveland. This is a 10-4 team, if I'm not mistaken, or 10-3.
9-5.
Yeah,
9.
9-4, a 9-4 team. I mean, they've been able to put it together. And last night they gave the Ravens every bit of everything. So I'm not going to sit here and say that this game is a wash and there's no chance, because we all know any given Sunday look at the Seahawks game. But we have to sit here and say it doesn't look good if this coaching staff can't get out of its own way, and if you guys can't stop turning over the ball. What is it? 5 punts, 2 turnovers in the first half, and 0 points. I don't care who you are. I don't care what defense you have, and I don't care who's your quarterback. You can't win games doing that in the first half ever. So you got to do better and figure some things out. I hear the word adjustments for the last couple of days, and I think that has a lot more to do with it than anything else. Getting out of your own way, making those adjustments, and I don't want to say saying you're wrong, but saying that something isn't working in the moment. Maybe it works next week. Maybe it works later in the game. Maybe it worked 3 weeks ago. But at the moment, it's just not working. Let's move on to something else. Some coaches we've seen have been able to do that, and some of the ones that can't, picking in the top 5. So you got to be able to get out of your own way.
I think um, a lot of that is correct. Sometimes you get up and you get up so much for a certain team. It's like, man, like this the shit. Especially in our instance, in our situation where we beat up on 3 opponents, beat them up, and these 3 opponents were some opponents that was like either banged up or under 500 and all that good shit. And you like, all right, that's cool to win these games you're supposed to win, but can you beat somebody that you're not supposed to beat? And as not even as just fans, but as team, as a player, you're like, man, all right, yeah, we doing good. We everything is gelling. But this is the test right here, man. Is we gonna pass it? And then when you do pass it, and you do finally, and you win, and you pass that test, it's a hangover. Like, oh man, all right, man, we got up so much for that game, man. Now it's like this game is like, whew, too much. We got up fully for this team, and now we got to face this team right behind them. It was just too much. That's why I really didn't have a good feeling about this game. I felt that it was going to be the other way around. I thought that we was going to lose to Seattle but beat Arizona. But yeah, like I understand exactly what you're saying, and I think that's exactly what it was. Um, we we got up for these guys and we laid an egg against Arizona. But that doesn't define us, man. And that's where I'm like, I'm looking at these fans and they getting this PTSD already. Like, oh yeah, well there it is. We not good, man. We ain't going. Oh man, we not good enough to beat Cleveland and Baltimore and this is over, man. Might as well just go ahead and tank it. Like, bro, let's finish the season, man. Let's finish the season, man. Let's finish the season.
Look. I get that, and I 100% agree. You got to finish the season. There's games we played as a fan. Um, I'm trying to think. What 6 wins for my team both those years. You can attest to this. Until that final week 17, I didn't give up hope. You as a fan, I just don't. Again, call it delusion in that sense, but it's obviously not 100% how you or myself think that, oh, we're going to run the table. Of course, you would love that. You would dream of that. That would be the best thing. You want to go 16-0. You want to go 19-0 and win a Super Bowl. Every fan wants that. Then the season starts. Then you just want to win some games. And you just want to make the playoffs. So, again, I understand. And then, like you said, PTSD comes in. You see a coaching staff make asinine play calls. I won't say play calls. Make asinine non-adjustments and moving from what worked to what doesn't work. And then while you're watching it not work for an entire half, go into halftime and not seem to do anything else different. Again, you do come out after they score in the third quarter. You come out and what is it? I think it's 11 play, 75-yard drive. So maybe you get a little hype in there and you get a stop and offense goes nowhere. There's no adjustment. You don't bring the big boys out. Again, I understand you're down points, but you're down and it's early in the third quarter. You got to at least try to, I don't want to say establish the run, but let them know you're not just going to air it out and give them chances to pin their ears back like they did all first half. That game's over. You got to move on. The Browns are coming up. It's just, I understand it. This is the day and age that we live in. You just watched your next two opponents on primetime television put up 47 and 42 points, the third highest scoring game in Monday Night Football. Your next two opponents. As a Giants fan, knowing this team, knowing that I have, as a fan of my team, I haven't put up over 30 points except once, and we lost that game, knowing that these two opponents can put up 40 and do it. It looked not easy, but didn't look very tough. I can understand the trepidation, the throw your hands in the air, roll your eyes. Here we go, Stanley at the desk, roll your eyes. This is just another bullshit ass season. I get it, but this is why we play. This is why we watch the game. Like I said it last week before you even win against Arizona. Arizona's going to be a test, and it's going to be something you got to look for with Kyler Murray. But your real litmus test, the real, is the rush game that you're going to be up against. That's still, I believe, number one in the NFL, even after a loss. No, I think they might have dropped down to number two, but by 0.4, 0.5. So they can still run the ball. Statistically, you can still stop the run as a defense. This is strength versus strength. What is going to prevail? Can the coaching staff make the proper adjustments on offense? 28 points, 21 points. All that's fine and dandy. Your team hasn't done that all year. Let's focus on stopping them from running all over you before we start thinking about let's our offense do something that I haven't done all year consistently. Consistently, you stop the run. That's what you have to do against the Browns. You do that, you put it in Baker's hands. Not saying he can't win the game. He just put up 42 last night, but he also gave them a couple. I believe it was a pick six. So he's going to give you the ball. You got to take advantage. You got to stop the run, and that's how you win the game. Will that happen? Again, that's up to the coach. Sorry, go ahead.
No problem. More to that
Shakes, can I get 1 minute? Just 1 minute? I'm going to jump out of the way from everybody in the pool. I just need to emphasize what he is talking about. And it's everything that we keep saying to you, Shakes. I don't care if you don't want to hear it again. I'm going to say it again. You can say whatever the fuck you want about Daniel Jones. This play calling has to step up or we are dead. You never talk about it because you so thirst and harp on the defense. Yo, Nacho, every time I speak to this man during games when we're on the phone, I tell him what we're doing wrong. If Jason Garrett doesn't fucking understand what's going on, we're going to lose, Shakes. You could keep on talking all you want about Daniel Jones and how you feel, bro. I love you. But the shit is on him. Did you not hear what Nacho just said? He's only saying the same thing that we've been emphasizing for 7 weeks. Baker Mayfield throws us a turnover. Guess what? You got to play fucking calls to capitalize on it. He's not a capitalizing person. That's why Nacho is sitting there talking about the hopes of even scoring 28. Because he has not a faith in us to do no shit like that. That's why he went right back to the defense. Shakes, we better score this game. I'm not going to say nothing about nothing else all week. This has been a great show, even though it's been short. I love you guys. I'm out of here. I'm going to listen in and go to the chat. We got to score, Shakes. I don't care what nobody is talking about. We got to score. 28 and we win this game. We got to score. Bottom line. Nacho, I love you, boy.
All right, see, I didn't cut him off one time, right? All right, just pointing that out there. Just pointing that out there. I am being heard, right? Can you hear me, Nacho?
Yeah, I got you,
Let me
brother. I
know
was
when
on mute,
something.
but I got you. No, I got
Okay,
you.
got you, good, right? So I didn't cut him off, and just the selective hearing that I be talking about, right? Like he only heard what he wanted to hear from what you said, but I'm gonna tell you what I heard. What I heard was that you're harping on being able to do something that you have not done all year, which is score. But that's not what is going to be the all be all in this game. What he said was you got to make sure that they don't motherfucking run all over us. The defense. And see, I was going on to my next point, which what he was saying, which brings me to this. Before the week before we faced Seattle, my son, DK Metcalf, torched. What was his name? Slay. What's his first name again? Doesn't matter. Whatever. Darius Slay, right? Is it? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, right? So Slay got torched. And I mean, he got torched, flamed. And LRP was coming on his neck and on the airways the next week, and he's like, man, that boy Metcalf, he is good, man. I don't know, man. We gotta stop him in this and stop him in doing that and all that, right? And I believe he had 2 touchdowns in that game. Faced us, and Bradbury held his own against him. He still had 80 yards, but no touchdowns, and he was frustrated the whole game. Prisoners of the moment is what Nacho was speaking of. And that's what this is. We looked at how they just put 40 burgers up, and now we getting a little shook like, man, we can't do that. Well, the first they're going to have to prove that they can put the 40 burgers up on us. Now, you said 28 points will win us the game. That means they don't put up a 40 burger on us. But my thing is, and it's been like this all season long, this defense is good enough to win you a game. The offense just has to not give the ball back to them. And see, the problem all season long with us has been just that. Turnovers, penalties, giving the ball back to them. We manage the game. We don't give up turnovers. We have a good shot to win, a la Seattle, even with a backup quarterback. So, I hear you, and that's your point, and that's your mantra, and that's fine. My point and mantra is always been, and it's been like this all season long, is that this defense is good enough to win. Just don't fuck it up. And Daniel Jones fucks it up. So, that's that. It is what it is from there. What we have to do against Cleveland is the same thing that I said that we had to do against Seattle and all these other teams before, because you said just now, either chosen one from the Bronx. You said each week you come on and we talk on about the game, and you complain about ball, and he needs to do that, he needs to do this, he needs to do that, and this, and it does get on my god nerves. Let me just point out.
Shakes.
But yeah, I'm saying you do this.
Shakes. You're
Every,
transforming, Shakes.
oh, I hate that. How about now?
Yeah, I didn't want you
I'm
to
good.
carry on because we couldn't hear you. Keep going.
Am I good? Am I good now?
Yeah, you good now. You good. Go ahead. Yeah.
Probably because I'm moving and shit. I'm kind of moving further away from the PC. But uh, yeah. So you say that. What was my point? What was my point? What was my point? I'm gonna catch it though. Um, basically, man, and I'll catch it. But basically, this defense, man. That's what I've been saying all season long. All season long. And just don't turn the ball over, man. Don't turn the ball over. Oh yeah, that was my point. I told you I was gonna catch it. Each week we watched the game and you pointed these things out. I already said, already spoke on that you pointed, Garrett needs to do this, do that, all this other shit, right? And it does get on my nerves, right? When you do that. But what I always respond to you is that okay, but we're still in the game. The defense is keeping us there. All we gotta do is just manage this motherfucker. Dink and dunk, run the ball. And notice every time we on the phone, I always say, run the goddamn ball, right? Because it's like, just run the ball, manage the game. Don't cough the shit up. And so for the last 4 weeks, I happen to be right. With you coming on here saying, I'll tell you this every week, but I happen to have been right for 4 weeks. This last game, you have got that, but this wasn't a manage the game type of game. This was a game where you had to score. This was a game where we went down early with turnovers. With turnovers, bro. Turnovers on kickoffs and all types of shit. We had to dig ourselves out of a hole. We not built like that. We not. Just don't fuck up. That's all I ask. Don't turn the ball over. Don't have these penalties kill our drives. Run the ball and sustain the drive. Manageable third downs. Give me a 3rd and 5. Give me a 3rd and 4. This is how we win. Would you like to have an offense where you can score 28 points and put up the 40 burgers whenever you feel like it? Yes, you do. That's not us. And to be honest with you, it never has been. That is not the way Giants win. That is not Giant football. We grind it. We are a grinded out team. We play hard-nosed defense and we run the goddamn ball. That's what I want to see against Cleveland. Giant football. That's what's going to win. That's what's going to win us the game. Giant football. And I'm not even focused on Baltimore yet because I don't think we even going to win that one. But I'm focused on Cleveland. And I truly believe we have to win this game. This is a must. Or I don't really see us going to the playoffs, which is kind of and just disgusting to even think that Washington might be in the playoffs or motherfucking Philly might creep back up and get into the playoffs. Either one of those teams is just disgusting to even think about being in the playoffs. I don't want to see it. So let's go, Big Blue. Let's try to run the table here from on out. Or at least win two of the last three. Two of the last three and we in. I truly believe it. And that's that with me. See what time is it? Mm, it's only 9:04. Is it? Time is it? So I wanted to go. Okay, it's 10:04. Okay. I'm about to say what the fuck. Alright, yeah, so I definitely wanted to go. I said I was gonna end it at 10 o'clock, but I wanted to hit the 10:30 mark so we can definitely hit the 2 o'clock joint. So other than that, real quick, um, Green Bay, who did y'all face? Who did y'all play? And was you
Detroit.
impressed with your team? Do you think y'all playoff ready, or do you have some concerns?
I think my concerns will be answered in 2 weeks when we play the Tennessee Titans. Um, I think the biggest thing to me is obviously what ailed us in two of our four losses last year, and that is the run game. Now, this year hasn't been we haven't seen a particular team just I would say tear, except for what Dalvin Cook did in that super windy game in Lambeau. Um, it just, I mean, that's Dalvin Cook. I don't know what other to say. That I don't know if any defense is stopping him this year. That man's just a beast. So, as much as I would like to say, I want to put onus on the defense. I mean, we're not that great, and he's just an amazing person. So, at the football. So, to me, I would say the big litmus test that's going to come forward is in 2 weeks. Now we do have Saturday night football, which gives us an additional day to prepare for Tennessee on Sunday. So to me, the following Sunday. So to me, I think that is the litmus test. You got an offense that's walking 31 points, best in the league at 31 and a half. The numbers are there. We can run through them. It's points per drive, 2.97. They have the highest graded offense overall, Pro Football Focus, first offense in DVOA of Football Outsiders. Most touchdowns, 39, overall touchdowns, 52 in the league. The Their time of possession per drive is 3 minutes 14 seconds. That's number one. Passer rating 119.7, number one. Passing touchdown percentage 8.7, number one. Interception percentage 0.9, number one. And adjusted net yards per passing attempt 9.0, number one. So offensively, there's no question about it. Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers are on the same page, and they are able to do that. I love to listen to everyone talk about how they should have drafted a wide receiver and it was dumb that they didn't. Just imagine what we would be doing with one. I don't know how much better you can get than number one, but I'll let them continue with that take. To me, it's the defense. I don't like that we didn't do much to address the center. Kamal Martin. Now we do have players that are playing better. They're just not getting the play time. What Detroit did pretty much all Sunday was avoid Jair Jackson, avoid Adrian Amos, and pretty much attack Kevin King and succeed. Um, and so it was a game we should have probably won by 17 and only won by 7. And that was because we have some liabilities on the defensive end. But again, a game where their offense doesn't, only gets 8 possessions, puts up 31 points, and you just hope that that can sustain, and it has most of the year. So with that, like I said, the only thing different, or the only thing really, that you would put in the words of, I would say, fear or scare, or whatever, is a run game. And we all know the best run game has a coach that wears "Run the damn ball" on his mask and on his T-shirt, and that's Mike Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans. I don't care what statistics say. I don't care that Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns average more yards per game. I don't care that other teams average more rushes per game. That is the best rusher, best running back, and the best rushing offense in all of football. And when they're going, you can't stop them. He's already beaten, the greatest of all times at that position in most 200-yard games and 3 touchdowns. And he's just going to continue to do that. That's what scares me, and that's what bothers me the most. Now, the reason that is because there's no one in the NFC that really has a run game like that. If we're going to see that, that's going to be in the Super Bowl against the Tennessee Titans again. So, again, I said it yesterday, and the bias might have probably shown, but to me, it's the Chiefs and the Packers looking down on everyone else, and the only one that really puts a hampering on me is that rushing attack of Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans. That's the only team. But again, in their own conference, they are not the scariest team. So I guess that's kind of contradictory and whatever. But you know, when I look at people, I'm sure people are screaming, "What about Kansas City when they don't scare you?" No, my quarterback's got better numbers and he's playing better, so I don't care. That offense has weapons and they can do it. Um, they just don't scare me in a Super Bowl. But that's definitely um, very very down the road, and a lot of games we played left for that to even be a discussion. But as it pertains to the NFC and things of that nature, and the rest of the schedule for the Green Bay Packers, it's Tennessee Titans. And when we get in, I expect nothing less than a Super Bowl appearance at Tampa Bay. There's no team in the NFC that gives me any pause for cause. There's no offense playing better than mine, and my defense, for what it's worth, and in all the trashing I've done it, is a top 10 according to DVOA. So do what you got to do, finish out the season, um, get that first place. So it goes through Lambeau, even though it's going to be an empty Lambeau. Fuck COVID in 2020, but do that. And like I said, it's nothing but waiting for February 6th, I think, or 7th this year in Tampa Bay for my team to play whoever the AFC opponent may be. So um, the confidence is riding high. Again, a team that was 13-3 last year and it made an NFC Championship game, and basically just got 7 points better on offense. There's nothing really, 8 points. I think it was 23 points to 31 now this year. So I'm just riding high, and you can hear it, I'm sure, in the voice, and clinching the division by beating Detroit, and Tampa Bay beating up on Minnesota, while their kicker um, misses 5 or 6, and Minnesota's kicker misses 5. I think total kicks, and Mason Crosby goes out and secures the lead and kicks his longest field goal of his career. So, excuse me, but yeah, so I mean, there's nothing much to it. In 2 weeks, we play a team that if we beat, I'm pretty sure you're going to mute me more often than not in a few weeks.
All right, all right. I'll remember that. And I had a couple more, but it's of course you kind of pointed out and alluded to it. Seemed like you think that Aaron Rodgers should be the MVP of this season. I'm not sure how you feel about Russell Wilson and the rest of those dudes, but um, that's what it sounded like to me. And then
I can give you that
also,
one real quick.
mhm,
I would just say it's Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson's world, and we're all living in it. Not Russell Wilson. I'm sorry, Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers' world, and we're all living in it. I'll talk about Russell Wilson and Josh Allen here in a minute, but I think those two are the only two left with the three interception game and
State
still winning.
Farm.
Yeah, with State Farm, it's going to be a State Farm MVP. So this is my um, very biased on the fence opinion. Uh, I believe that what I've heard throughout, and I listen to a variety of Sirius XMN podcasts, which have MVP voters on them, whether it be ex NFL players or journalists in the league. And to me, it's 50-50. They are screaming either Aaron Rodgers or they're screaming Patrick Mahomes. And then I've even heard a couple of them flip to the other side. So if I'm gonna do what I do, which is bet on my team, I'm betting Aaron Rodgers wins it. But I can't put out the fact that Patrick Mahomes could come out in a week or two and put up a 6 touchdown game, and then boom, he's the MVP. And it doesn't matter if Aaron Rodgers goes out and throws 3 touchdowns and wins in convincing fashion. Patrick Mahomes has the ability and the talent to go out and put up 5-6 touchdowns in the late December game to close out being, let's say, 14-1 or even possibly 15-1, and solidifying that MVP for the regular season. So, man, as much as I would love to stand on the soapbox and say my quarterback with the best numbers should win it, Patrick Mahomes' numbers aren't much worse. So, and if I'm not mistaken, it's 1 point something of a number that are separating these two guys. So, if Patrick Mahomes wins it, like I've said to my friends, that'll be all fine and dandy. If my guy's holding the real hard way at the end of the year.
Okay. My other question was, well, you kind of alluded to getting the number one seed and having it
Mhm.
be go through Lambeau. But right now, New Orleans got that. And y'all like a game behind them or something?
No, we're tied. And
Mm.
because we mollywopped them earlier in the year with Drew
Oh,
Brees, not a second string quarterback, we have the tiebreaker. And
oh.
so if we can hold out for the rest of the year, pretty much
So
win
they
out.
lost.
That that's what. Yeah, they lost to the Eagles.
Oh,
And
yeah, they
and that
did.
when they lost to the Eagles, that's when we beat the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, whatever team it was,
Detroit Lions.
and Detroit Lions. Yes, and
Mm.
that's pretty much what got us to both 10-3 right now.
Right, right, right.
If we both finish out, that's why I said Tennessee's the biggest litmus test and the biggest game.
Mm.
It's Carolina, Tennessee, and Chicago for us, and I
Mm.
fully expect to be facing a second string Chicago team getting ready for the draft, and the Carolina Panthers for as well as they have been playing this year, injuries, and they're just not good in the gold zone. Oh, sorry, the red zone. So it's just not a team that I'm really expecting to do well. Again, it's a Saturday night game, so I don't. Um, I'm not, again, I'm not going to sit here and say blowout, but I think it's a good win for us. But again, now that I say that, watch us struggle to pull it out, even if we do. But the confidence is for flying high, so it needs to be a victory this Saturday night, and you have 8 days to prepare for Derrick Henry. So yeah, number one seed should be locked up after the Tennessee win, if we do so. Um, and and then again, as much as uh, I believe we were getting into home field advantage. I think the only thing that really is the advantage of having the home field advantage in Lambeau is the weather. It will be mid January to late January in probably one of the coldest places to play in all of football. So it's definitely going to be interesting, and definitely going to see if we can pull that out because um, with with it either being us or New Orleans, that doesn't fear me either because New Orleans is going to be empty as well. So it's not as if their home field advantage. Now we just get a team that can put up 30. Now you can play inside. So I just, that's why this year is a lot different. That's why I think a lot more of the confidence is flying high. A lot of it has to do with no fans. I mean, that's a big part of NFL playoff football. And with no fans there, you just expect the best teams to show out, especially ones with leaders at the quarterback position.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm gonna give you the floor one last time for a closing statement, and then I'm gonna get us up out of here with my closing. So go ahead. Anything else you wanted to say or talk about before we go ahead and pack it up for the night?
You know what, man? My background's going to be a little loud right now. I'm sorry about that. I got my roommates working on some music, but I just wanted to say, man, thank you very much for letting me come on. This has been a great show again, like always. I missed the callers that we had yesterday. I know it was just you. You guys held it down, you and E, like always. Great show. Let me say my piece. I've done enough hyperbole on my team for these Giants fans to hear, so I will just say this. Stop the run, stop the run, stop the run. You've done it well all season. If you can do it well for another game, it'll bode well for you guys, regardless of who's playing quarterback. I think that's the biggest key for you guys moving forward. After that, I can't wait for tomorrow. I will give you 3 reasons why. Win, lose, or draw the NFC East, you will be, should be, and have to draft a quarterback in the 2021 draft. We will get in that tomorrow. I cannot wait, man. Y'all have a good one. Nacho in the box. Y'all have to get at me. Love y'all and have a good night.
Nacho in the box with cheese. I believe he came off a victory this week, taking down Rody in a league. I'm not sure, remember which one, but we're going to get into that all this week. Don't worry about that. Again, get into the NBA fantasy, into the NBA Shakedown fantasy basketball. We're going to have our draft this Friday. So definitely email me if y'all trying to get up in there, and we can start this thing up and hit this thing and start it off right. Um, I didn't really have much to say. And shout outs to Black Freezy. Actually, you gave me the credit, Nacho, but it was actually Black Freezy and Edith Chose one from the Bronx. I was here for a good bit, but I was having a lot of connection problems, and then my phone died too, and I'm just like, oh my god, you know what? I said, fuck all this shit. Fuck all this shit. Cut everything off. God damn it. Cut it all off. But I'm happy to do this show and actually speak my piece today, because I didn't really have much to say yesterday. I was really pissed off, really upset. I kind of expected it, but man, I really would have been happy if we would have won this game and would sit there and be riding high, like, yo, we still in first place of the division, and now we're looking up at Washington, and that's not a good feeling for me. It's not. It's just not a good feeling. But shout outs to my crew, man. Either chosen one from the Bronx, Black Freezy, LRP, J Rock. Shout outs to co-founder Rody. Everybody that I just named was definitely in the Shakedown Fantasy playoffs, battling it out, and we're gonna see who's the best of the best of the best this year. Somebody definitely gonna get to talk their shit, man. I got bumped out by J Rock in one league, man. So he got a little bragging rights there on that one. Yeah, I mean, for at least for a year. But like I said, man, yeah, I mean, like, I already got a championship in that league, so
Tell
I'm
your girl
good.
sit down, because I'm not
I'm
the
good.
one.
I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good. So, like he just said, Big TD committee just got bumped out. You know what I mean? He had to do it like that. No pause involved. He had to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? We like big titties. I mean, we like big titties. So, it was only right that you get the beat down like that, you know? But good season. Shout outs to Kaya or Kia if that's how you pronounce it. But shout outs to you. Great season, fantasy wise. You did your thing, mama. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing you next year. I didn't play you. I didn't play you this year, and I was not hoping that I would get to see you in the second round, but cause really I was kind of a little bit scared. I'm gonna be honest. Now that you bumped out, I was a little bit scared because I ain't trying to lose to no female, man. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I can't be claiming I'm the best and then I get bumped out by a girl. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, uh, chill, Will. You always come in late,
In
bro.
the
I'm gonna let
immortal
you.
words
I'm gonna let you get to
of
closing. But
Jason and Jason's brother, Bokeem Woodbine, I took care of that. I took care of that.
had to do it like that. Had to do it like that. You know what I mean? Hey, that's what it do. Chill, Will, man. You coming into the end of the joint, so I'm gonna let you get the close statement. You already know it's definitely
Man,
Cleveland
listen
Giants
here.
week. How
Yeah,
you
I was
call
just
that
about to
then,
say
Doug?
that. Hey, look, they got away with one last night, but y'all ain't gonna be so lucky.
I
You
told you it was
understand me?
gonna
Talk,
happen.
talk, talk
Didn't
to
I say
us
it was
when you
gonna
come off
You
a
happen?
victory.
understand me?
Talk to us
Didn't
when
I
you
say
come
it
Nah,
was
off a
nah,
gonna
nah,
victory.
nah,
That was a
nah, nah,
heart
nah,
wrenching
nah. I'm
loss.
talking to
Nobody
you
want to hear
about
all that.
your team. Ain't no heart wrenching.
happen?
Yeah, you lost to the Baltimore Ravens. Somebody y'all can't beat. That's not heart wrenching.
Oh man, you hear this dude?
Mm,
It's
mm.
not heart wrenching.
Hey,
It's not
hey,
hard. I
So
mean,
Shakes, can
Cleveland
I ask you
but
a
you
Giants.
know,
question before you go off
hey,
air, my
hey,
brother?
let's be real. When you know they left a minute on the clock, a minute on the clock, it was gonna happen. So
All right, so
I was,
Shakes, can I
Mm,
I
ask
was
you a
already set.
question? Can I ask you a
mm,
question, my brother? You know, normally we
yeah,
talk in a different situation. So let's talk in this situation. So Shakes, let me ask you a question. That
yeah.
when your team marches down the field, they score a touchdown and take the lead, and then the other team comes back down the field, and then they take the lead from you and kick a field goal and puts them ahead, and then ends the game with a safety. That's not heart wrenching
Nah, that ain't
to
hard.
you.
The game was already over for the field goal. Ended the
Uh,
game. First of all, let's get that out
See,
the way.
see,
but I mean,
Let's not
see.
be
That's
exaggerating
when
shit.
you gave
So
up.
not
That's when you
let's
gave
not
up.
exaggerate shit now.
mhm.
No, when I gave up is when this dumb nigga didn't call not one running play. I knew we was gonna score, but they didn't call not one running
Oh,
play.
now
Mm-mm.
Was that me or E? That's me or E.
No, that was E. Yeah,
Okay,
you good.
damn. Hey E,
I still
hey,
hear you.
hey E, you in the
I can
matrix?
still
You in
hear
the
you.
matrix, me dog.
You
Uh,
probably had to
yeah, no,
mute
no, no.
yourself.
But I know, but no bullshit. It was the coaching. Coaching lost that defensively and offensively. If y'all was watching the game, I don't know if he actually watched the end of that game, but what happened was basically you can't leave a minute on minute six on the clock, man. You can't score in 40 seconds at the end of the game. You just can't do that. You
Mm,
cannot do that. We could have just all you had to do is call one running play. Damn, you could have started and then run the clock out at least under a minute. Do something. That's just simple. Come on, man. As coach, you got to know that. And then on top of that, they let that boy get behind. Why? If anything, you know that boy come back in the game out the game to be the hero. The one thing you can't let him do is what he can do is just throw a D ball up there. You can't let that happen if you're a coach. You got to drill in your player's head a safety. Listen, I don't care where he running. Your ass stay the fuck back on Mark. He ain't got no confidence. He drop three balls. You know what I'm saying? Stick on him. Just stay there. You can't let that dude get back behind you. I don't care what it was. The whole team ran after this nigga after he came from boo boo or crap, whatever he had. You can't do that. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So I mean, just make him go the length of the field. You know what I mean? Make him earn it. You know what I'm saying? And possibly, you know, we can stop him. At least give yourself a chance, but he didn't. And that right. So that was what's fucked up about all of that.
Well, like I said,
Now,
man, going into this motherfucking week, I told you that. I
yeah,
told you
yeah,
that
it's
the
Giants.
Ravens was gonna win, and I told you that the Ravens was going to run the table from here on out and get into these playoffs. Now, this is what I didn't say though, because after I said what I said the Ravens and the Dolphins were going to get in. I didn't do the math and looked at it. Because see, I really got y'all like finishing out 10-6, and I got the Dolphins finishing out 10-6. It's gonna be harder for them to get there, but I got them finishing out
No,
10-6.
we got
So,
wins over.
but
Yeah,
y'all got
everybody got
y'all got the tiebreaker
tiebreaker.
over them. So y'all would be in instead of them,
But
and
that's
I
under
didn't see
the
that
pressure we
math.
lose to
So
the Giants, bro. That ain't happening. If
yo,
we catch
y'all
the Giants,
going
we
down,
automatically in.
bro. Like what? I don't know what you don't understand about that. But
And
we
then you
gonna
act
talk
like
about
we
it.
just gonna
Can you,
automatically lose to Pittsburgh.
bro?
That ain't a given.
What you
Baltimore's
gotta
better than
work?
Pittsburgh
You
right
gotta
now
work
because
tomorrow or something?
Lamar Jackson.
You gotta work
Lamar
tomorrow or
Jackson
something?
is nah. I just need to tell you what I got to tell you right goddamn now. That's all.
No, because we
I
about
got
to
you
go
right
off
here.
air, but it's
Okay, go ahead.
perfect for you. Hold on,
Oh,
but it's perfect for
I might have to
you
call your
to
personal motherfucking phone number because you out shit. You ain't
no,
fuck.
because it's perfect for you to
Fuck.
come on tomorrow on Debate Wednesdays, and we can definitely chop it up and we can get it in. Pause.
Are
But
you
you know what I'm
sleepy?
saying? Like
You
that's the
sleepy?
perfect day. No, but I got
Yeah,
things
you
to do.
sleepy.
I got things to do. You
You got it.
know
I
what I'm saying?
understand. I understand.
But
I understand.
tomorrow, Debate Wednesdays,
Facing it.
you should be calling. Excuse me. But you should be calling in at 7 o'clock so we can go ahead and talk about this early. Don't
I
call
be
in at
having to
ten
work, bro.
thirty.
I be
Don't
having to
call
work,
in at
bro.
10.
I be having to
See,
work.
that's what I
Y'all
asked you,
came on
bro.
late. First of fucking all,
That's what I asked
y'all
you.
came on late, my nigga. Look, first of all, how you
Ah,
gonna blow down on me? And you came on late. You ain't think I knew that. That's the shit that I'm talking about. You ain't think I knew that
bro.
shit. You just think you dealing with some just dumb nigga
Bro.
off the
I'm
Cleveland
just
block,
saying,
huh?
bro.
From the
Yo, you think we
projects, huh? You
started
just
at
that dumb
10:30
nigga.
though? You think we
That
started at 10:30?
y'all definitely start at 7. You telling me to tune in at 7 tomorrow? You might even about to be in that motherfucker. I might be sitting there twiddling my thumbs like I wonder where the shakedown niggas is at tonight.
Nah, it'll be on time tomorrow. You got Black
Oh,
Freezy
okay.
tomorrow.
That's to, to be continued. Shit. And
just
then
it
Black
just
Prince, he
yeah,
ain't gonna
yeah.
answer the phone for another
Just you might not
hour and
get
a half.
in. You might not get in.
Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, big dog, man. I just wanted to tune in and fuck with y'all a little
Already,
bit.
man. I appreciate you, man. You want to say anything else before we go?
Oh no, man, it's on this week. It's gonna be a good week, man.
Oh, yes, it
Shit, y'all
is.
somebody might have to just come on just as the game is on. One of y'all niggas might have to just come on while the game on. You might all get on there just watch it together. Just
You know,
ask
you
for.
don't have, you telling E that man is like music to his ears. He ready to do some shit like
He
that.
gonna be mad though. I don't want to talk. He seem like he'll get mad though,
Mm,
like mad, and
mm,
he gonna be my friend and shit. Cause I
dang,
listen, win or lose, I'm a good sport. But I don't know. See, he gonna look at me
Nah,
differently.
you gotta walk that back, my brother. I am actually, I'm the most level-headed loser on the panel. You
Got you.
definitely not
I
coming at
already know
Shakes like
Shakes.
that.
I
LRP
not
will
know. I
curse you
know
out
Shakes
mm-mm,
forever,
already.
ever, and
mm-mm,
Freezy will bring that shit up later on in
not
He
me.
another
came back.
show on
He
another
came
week.
out of mute. He came out of mute on my ass. Went
Mm-hmm,
back into view like, hold on, nigga. Hold
mm-mm.
on, nigga. Walk that moonwalk that back.
Uh-huh.
Michael Jackson,
Not me. Not
nigga.
me.
Hey, I already know, but
But he
I wasn't
right.
questioning you because
Especially not
I
me.
already know how you is. I
Mm-hmm.
already know. I know. I can say it. You just get quiet and shit. You like, I ain't fucking with this nigga. Fuck with this nigga today.
Oh
It's
no,
shenanigans.
no, 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 no.
Oh, you gonna hear it though. You gonna hear it.
He
And
no,
you gonna
he's
be my
the
friend.
exact
I throw
opposite.
my
Hey,
temper tantrum,
He's
hey,
the
bro.
he throws the
you gonna hear
tantrum.
it, and then I'm gonna make you be my friend again, nigga. Just be prepared, nigga.
Oh,
I'm a
listen, no.
virtual hug
All right,
you
let me tell you
till I
something.
can't hug you no more.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. And this is golden right here about me, and it's been happening since we done started this show on these airwaves. We was on another platform, but that's a whole nother story. I'm telling you right now, if I ain't never argue with you, if I ain't never yell at you on this show, I don't really fuck with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
heard that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard that.
Because I don't let anybody else just get me to that point. So if you get me to that point, I care about you and what you fucking think. And
It's a lot of
if
love
you're
for
not
E.
listening to me and you're not hearing me out, I'm gonna go ape shit. And if you sitting there talking shit about your team, that if they bust our ass or won the game, and you coming, you talking shit, or we can talk all the shit we want to. I mean, we can sit there and murder each other's mamas on airwaves, but we gonna be like, all right, man. Well, I'm glad you called in, and call in tomorrow and shit. It's all love
I
for me.
expect
Like
that.
I
I
don't get,
expect that though.
yeah, I don't get
I
all
expect that.
like,
But that don't mean you
oh
want to at that
nah, I
in that
can't talk
moment.
to you no more.
That don't
Fuck
mean
you,
you.
man.
That
Fuck
don't
you,
mean you
man.
want to do that in that moment. That don't mean that you want to do that. You're gonna do the right thing. I expect you to do the right thing, my nigga. But do you want to do the right thing? It's just, you gonna do it because you know it's. But just to hear you
Y'all
say that is
Clevelanders,
gonna be.
what's going
It's
on
gonna
with
be
y'all?
delightful. Delightful.
What's going on with the Clevelanders, man? Y'all calling in at 10:30? Y'all wildin', man.
Shakedown. I'm
Y'all,
on time. I showed up at 7. I'm on time
you
though.
on nah, man? You ain't on
Shakedown on
time, man.
CP time. Holla at
It's
7,
on
7
Shakes
o'clock.
time, man. Shit,
7
fuck
o'clock
that.
Wednesday. 7 p.m. Eastern time. Might be 7:30, 7:35
Going,
Eastern time.
it might be.
93.1
It might be. Just check
WBAK.
your local listings.
That's hilarious. All right, dog, man. Just
No
want to fuck
doubt.
with y'all, man.
No
Peace.
doubt, man. It's chill, Will, all the way in Ohio, man. Oh man, Matt, man, what's going on? He said, "What's up?" He was with the fam. I understand all that, man. Family is definitely always first. But we going off these airways now, and I want to hear from you tomorrow, man. Debate Wednesdays, Cleveland versus Giants, man. Y'all been talking shit for weeks. We've been talking shit. Let's get it in, man. Let's get it on. I want y'all to call on in and let's debate about this shit because it's Giants Cleveland Browns week. This is what we've been waiting for. So please call in. Chill will call in. Black Freezy will be hosting, so you know he ain't with that shit. It's gonna be a wild one tomorrow. A wild one. Y'all please join us, tune in. Should be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It should be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Check your local listings. Might be 8 p.m. Eastern time, just depending on traffic. You know how it goes. Until then, like I always say around this time, I don't expect y'all to agree with me, but I damn sure expect y'all to understand. Understand? So don't get shook up, because we keep shit live. It's the Shakedown repping New York Giants on that drive for 5, and we out of there. E, can you take us away?
Yo, y'all just been shook by the shakedown on a Tuesday, and we out of here. Peace. Bum ass Browns. You lost.
Browns.
Come holla
And
at your
y'all
boys
gonna
over
lose
here now.
again.
That's a
2
fact.
games losing streak there. I told ya, you're going down. Down,
Two
down,
in a
down.
row.
And the Ravens is going up. I told ya. Most diabolical hater. We're going to talk and debate tomorrow. Good night. Fuck Cleveland. It's like I love y'all.